Are you ready to ace your exams with evidence-based revision tips? Look no further. Hi there. Welcome to our guide on how to study for exams using evidence-based revision techniques. First, I go over some famous study techniques that are ineffective. Then we will deep dive into evidence-based study techniques. Let's dive in. While there are many effective study techniques out there, some methods have gained popularity despite being ineffective. Let's explore a few of these techniques. First, we have cramming. This involves trying to learn a large amount of information in a short period of time, usually the night before an exam. Cramming may give the illusion of learning, but it often leads to forgetfulness and poor retention of information. Next, we have listening to music while studying. While music can be enjoyable, it can also be distracting. Studies have shown that listening to music with lyrics, in particular, can interfere with concentration and hinder learning. Another ineffective technique is passive highlighting. This involves mindlessly highlighting large portions of text without actively engaging with the material. While highlighting can be a useful tool, it's most effective when used selectively to mark key points or concepts. While these study techniques may seem popular or convenient, they are not effective ways to learn and retain information. Instead, focus on using evidence-based study methods that promote active learning, such as spaced repetition, active recall, that we will cover now. First, spaced repetition. Research shows that reviewing information at spaced intervals enhances retention. Instead of cramming, schedule regular review sessions to reinforce your learning over time. Spaced repetition is a powerful technique based on the spacing effect, a psychological phenomenon that suggests our brains remember information better when it's presented to us repeatedly over time. The key idea behind spaced repetition is to strategically space out your study sessions to optimize memory retention. Instead of spending hours cramming before an exam, break your study sessions into shorter, more frequent intervals spread out over several days or weeks. For example, if you're studying for a biology exam, you might review the digestive system on day 1, then revisit it again on day 3, day 7, and so on. By spacing out your review sessions, you give your brain multiple opportunities to encode and reinforce the information, leading to better long-term retention. To implement spaced repetition effectively, consider using flashcards or digital spaced repetition software, such as Anki or Quizlet. These tools allow you to create flashcards with questions or prompts on one side and answers on the other. As you review the flashcards, the software intelligently schedules them for review based on your performance, ensuring that you revisit each concept at optimal intervals. Additionally, try mixing up the order of your study materials and alternating between different subjects to keep your brain engaged and maximize learning. By incorporating spaced repetition into your study routine, you'll not only improve your retention of information, but also enhance your overall understanding of the material, setting yourself up for success on exam day. The second evidence-based study technique is active recall. Engage your brain by testing yourself on the material. Use flashcards, create quizzes, or teach the concepts to a friend to reinforce your understanding. Active recall is a powerful learning technique that involves actively retrieving information from your memory, rather than passively reviewing it. When you engage in active recall, you're forcing your brain to work harder to retrieve the information, which strengthens your memory and enhances your ability to recall that information in the future. Instead of simply rereading your notes or textbooks, challenge yourself to actively recall key concepts and facts from memory. One effective way to do this is by using flashcards. Create flashcards with questions or prompts on one side and answers on the other. Then test yourself regularly to see how much you remember. Alternatively, try creating your own quizzes or practice exams based on the material you're studying. You can also teach the concepts to a friend or family member as a way to reinforce your understanding and identify areas where you may need further review. By engaging in active recall, you're not only reinforcing your understanding of the material, but also building stronger connections in your brain, which leads to better long-term retention. So, the next time you're studying for an exam, don't just passively review the material. Actively engage with it through active recall techniques. Incorporating active recall into your study routine will help you retain information more effectively and perform better on your exams. And there you have it. Evidence-based revision tips to help you study smarter, not harder. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.